Good evening, brothers, sisters, and gender norm resistors. It's time for some more Escape Memoirs with me, your host, Ollamh. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Now, last time we got into the mansion and kind of kicked off this particular episode, this particular story, this particular game. Now, there are like 3 or 4 more games after this, so we've got plenty of stuff to continue on for the weekend. But yeah, apparently there's the Mr. Wraith something of that rather. I don't remember what his name is. But one of the characters from the previous from Escape, First Class Escape, the First Class Escape games hired us. Well, they hired a team of thieves to steal this golden thing from somebody. And they were casing the joint. They had rented a house across the street or next door so that they could spy from that house without raising suspicion. You know, they were casing the joint, and the guy who was kind of, sneaking around the house, the mansion, got nicked. So the entire team had to go into hiding, and they hired us. Why they didn't hire us from the get-go, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense. It's like, if who did you hire? Did you get references for this team? Did you ask the person you're supposed to be stealing from, hey, who should we hire to steal your valuables? It's kind of like, why didn't you go with the best first? But anyway, so we kind of had to fill in, and we don't have nearly the information that they did, but thankfully there are tons of notes around the place that are telling us what we need to know. We have gotten to the point where we are up to this workshop. So with that said, let's go and jump into the game, shall we? So yes, we have this workshop here, and then we have another room beyond that. So that is locked behind, okay. So it looks like we might need to get that one into here. All right, so we need to get you down and into there. All right, so we're gonna need you back so we can get you up and you over. You're gonna need to come over here. You're gonna need to come over here. Now you can go up. You can go back over here, up. You over here, you can go down, and boom. We now have access to a symbol disc, which I'm not sure where we need the symbol discs. Oh, okay. So you kind of have like a partial symbol. All right, lock. Uh-huh. So, all right. I finished wiring the new lock for one of the cabinets and included the diagram with the note. However, I recommend you get some better rotating selector switches, as the ones you had purchased for this project were of terrible quality. When you complete the circuit with them, they occasionally spark violently, which caused one of them to get stuck. So it might be best if they are replaced later. P.S. I managed to burn some bulbs while testing this system, and had to borrow some lamps from elsewhere, so don't be surprised if some of the ceiling lamps are missing. I recommend that you stock up on lamps so we don't run out of them in the future. Frank. All right. So, diagram for a cabinet lock. Dear Mr. Regisund, the code for this week's security storage box is the following. Okay. All right, so we say we want you. All right, so we want you there. Okay, so let's put you there. Yeah. All right, so oh, okay. All right, so if we say turn you guys on, and then we say boom, so that's got those. So we want you guys on. And then we want to say take this top one off. All right, and we want that on. Okay. So now we want to say take this one off. This one on. And there, yes. Okay, so we do need to take this one off. Oh, good gods. Okay. So we do want that one on, and we want this one on as well. So if we say take you guys. All right, let's take you. And we want these two on. All right, and we want these top three on. There. Well, let's go ahead and do that and that. Let's see if we can't get... So we want both of these off. Oh man, this is just annoying. Okay, so Right. So if we say yes there. Okay, so there. Right, that's fine. But we need like this one off. Well, if we say take that one, then that gets us that too. Okay. So now we just need to turn that one off. Preferably without turning anything else on. Okay, so if we say take you, do you, but then say boom, we've got that. Okay. So now we want this one on, but we want this one off. It is weird. It is most definitely weird. All right, let's see if we can get this one kind of isolated, maybe. All right. Okay, so now we've just got this one at the end here. Well, if we turn that one on, then we can turn those off. But now we've got this one on. Oh, man. Yeah. Weird is most definitely an understatement. Like that, this one is just. This one is seriously just fucking bizarre. Okay. All right. You know what? Let me try this one here. All right. So we want those on. That seems to be a good start. And then if we come here, we need those on. We also need these two on. Now that would take care of that one. All right. Now, this feels like we're kind of going backwards, but I think if we take that... And now... We've almost got that. We've almost got that. We just need... You and you. All right, so we're missing these two. And, oh, wow, we're missing a lot. Okay. All right. So let's turn those on. That feels right. And then if we say, take those two and that one. No, that one. Yes. Okay. All right. That doesn't seem right. Okay, so... On, off, on, off, on. So we need this one on. And this one on. And we'll have it. Well, almost. We need this one off. That needs to stay off. That needs to stay on. That one needs to come off. That one needs to come on. And this one needs to come on. There we go. All right. Fiddle around with it long enough and you'll get it. Earlier this week, I mailed you a letter containing a new symbolic code system I invented. While I unfortunately realized only after mailing the letter that I had completely forgotten to include any practical examples of how the system would work. Attached to this message is a small booklet containing some examples which should help you understand how my new system works. I've already tested this system in my home and can say that I am quite impressed with my work. I'm looking forward to hearing what you think of it. Okay, so A, C, and S. Okay, so everything that has a C has a downward thing at the bottom or in the middle. All right. Okay, so H seems to be a stand with a triangle pointing to the right. T is a square. All right. A, B, C, and D, which I'm going to guess, I'm thinking this one is, that's got to be the setup for that, right? All right. So in order to get this... All right, so we need, like, light bulbs in order to... Oh. So tubular light bulbs would be best. Because those we should be able to set up, like, side by side by side. All right. Another symbol disc. There's another tubular bulb. And a code sheet. All right. Okay, so that code sheet, along with the code book, will kind of tell us what that is. So we have a flag pointing to the right, or to the flag pointing to the left, which has to be a G. Because we only see G once, and we see that, and the other one is an H, which is to the right, and a T, which is a square. So a C, and an E. So the butt is, I would say, is a C. And a long line at the bottom looks like a U. So a line with a partial circle. Oh man, this is just, this is really doing my head in here. Oh my goodness. All right. So yeah, I'm certain on the G. Now, oh, okay, so a line with a curve on top of it intersecting in the center looks like it's U, because EHU, it's that U, and then CHU is also would be a U. And a C is a semicircle with a line coming down from it, as in CCE, the CCEs. And the E would be an upside down, would be kind of like a frowny face semicircle with a line coming down from the center. Okay. So G, we've got G and U. And the only thing that we haven't accounted for is a line with a semicircle coming, is the line coming up with a semicircle attached to it. Which, if it was flipped, it would be the M, I think. So it looks like a G, a U, and an L, it looks like. Let's take a look here. So if we say if it is a G, an L, and a U, and admittedly that's still a pretty big if, we would have so G would be there and there, and L would be there and there, and the U would be there, or would be here and here. Okay. So, if we put that down and we say, take a look at you, then it would be like here, 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 and here, here, here. Ha-ha! Success! And there's other things, so like there's an E, an H, and a something else. An E, an H, and an A. So yeah, that one right there would be an E, an H with the triangle, and then an A. Okay. So we have another code disk. I still don't know where we're supposed to put the code disks. So it looks like we almost need... Can you close that, please? It looks like we need another light bulb. All right, this is a bad light bulb. This is a bad light bulb. Let's take a look at these. Okay, you're in good condition. You are broken. And you're in good condition. All right, you're broken. You're broken, so we'll put all the broken ones over here. And you're a good bulb. All right. So it looks like, oh, so A and B should be constantly connected, right? That'll connect to there and to there. Okay. All right, let me take a look here and see something. So, this one is kind of sticking here. So, all right. I have to get another drink here. Okay. So we need to figure out how to get these set up so that we can tell when everything is done properly. Unless all right, so how the hell, unless, wait a second. Can we scavenge some tubular bulbs from somewhere else? By any chance? Ah, okay. So here's where we need the symbol, the discs with the symbols. All right. So the A needs to be 4, B needs to be 6, C needs to be 3, and D needs to be 5. But we don't know where those are, because they have no numbers. I mean, there is a definite point here, like there. Okay. And this one seems to be stuck. All right. All right, so if we look really closely, because like I said, there is like a small mark there, which, okay, so that seems to be in the second position, which that would be a number 3. Okay. So if we say that is 3, if we say that's 3, five, 6. Okay. So if that's 3. So okay, so if that's 3, we want this one basically one back from that. All right, so again, this is 3. That should be 4. And if that's 4, that should be 5. And if that's 5, let's get everybody back to 3. All right, so there's 6. So there's 6 numbers on here. Well, finding 6 should be easy, right? So it's just 1, 2, 3. Boom. So that's got to be 6. These damn light bulbs are gonna drive me crazy. Wow, that is just kind of creepy looking. Just the laying all of them out in, oh wait, small light bulb. Oh, a small light bulb would be perfect. Okay, so we say you, and you. Now, haha. So now we have them. All right. So, and everything's set at 3. So 1, 2, 3. That's 6. Except for we need you at 6, because it's 4, 6, 3, 5. There we go. All right. Aha. All right. So now we have all of these discs. We know where to put them. And then it's just going to be a matter of putting them in the proper places where they're going to, where all the symbols are going to line up properly. Okay, and we've got one more disc to grab. All right. All this for a gold nugget, I guess, or something. Okay. So this one we cannot move. This one we can. So we need something with a circle in that upper area there. So do we have one that has 2 squares there? No, we don't. So it can't be that one. And apparently we can't... Oh, we can rotate them as well. Well, that's just gonna complicate shit even further. So we could say, take you to there. Now we need one with a cloud, which you would be one with a cloud, but we need a... All right, there isn't one with a cloud there, so... We do have one that's just all circles. So... So how many X's do we have? All right, we only have the one X. So if we say an X there, we want a cloud there, here. We want this one to be a circle there. And that does not work out. Because we can't use those. So that's got to be set up like that. So we need a star over here. Which means this one's going to need to be a slash, which means that needs to be a cloud, and that's going to require a cloud in a circle. Like that. Which means you need to be a square. Which means you need a square, a triangle, and a cloud? Right, so cloud, circle, cloud and circle, which is that one's right. I don't think there's another one that has those two beside it. No, there isn't. Okay. So this one has to be right. This one might not necessarily be there. So we would need a cloud up here. So a square and a triangle. Like that. Aha. And now if we say... There we go. All right. Oh, dear gods. What fresh hell is this? What is this? All right, the display is locked. Not surprising. Let's read the note. Dear Miranda, during the delivery, General Wayne's men captured a suspicious trespasser in our backyard. I suspect that is the same man you saw earlier. Due to this, I have changed the combination on the special bookshelf. If you draw a line from Heliomond to Nebsat, the combination is the nearest constellation on the left of that line. Okay. All right, so we need constellations. Oh, all right. So we need to hit these in a specific order. So we need like a book of constellations, maybe? Okay, so there's the stars and stuff. So So we would need to draw a straight line from one to the other. Let's go ahead and take this. Heliomund to Nebsat. Okay. But I don't know what any of those constellations look like. Ah, great constellations. Dear reader, this book consists of my research to the many constellations of our universe. Over my career, I have spent over 50 years studying the stars and their cultural significance. The first section of this book contains a list of the most well-known constellations and their Kepler classifications. The second part of the book is a brief historical overview of the discovery of these constellations, as well as some analysis on their cultural significance. All right, so Nibisu. All right. Mebsat, that's it. So the four known as the Arch. Heliomund is known as the Great Sepper. Classification B6. Okay, so it's 6 stars. We do know that it is 6 stars. All right, so Nebsat, which I do believe is the 4-star one. Yeah. Okay, so it's this one and a straight line to one that has 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, that does have 6. But I think we saw that one in here, didn't we? Well, I can't tell if that... Yeah. All right, so that's a 5. That is... All right, so there we have that. So that, I mean, that one is 6. Is there a circle? Yes, there is. Damn it. All right. So that's only got 5. Okay. right. Okay. So we say you're there. Okay, that doesn't quite look like the same one, does it? So if we say take this one, straight line between these two, the nearest on the left. There's a constellation on the left of the, oh, wait, from here to here. So the nearest one on the left would be that one, which is B7. Vortelatum? Which is a B7. R-T-E-L-A T-U-M. Yes. Ha-ha. Wow. Okay. Aha. Family book. Because of the recent events, I changed the statute code. It is now based on the chronological order of deaths. I feel it is fitting that the security of our family heirlooms remains tied to our families. Okay. All right. Well, let's take a look and see who all we've got in our family here, shall we? So we have Christopher. We have Joseph. We have William A. We have Percival K. And then we have Margaret A. All right. Christopher William Regisol was 1787. Joseph Thomas was 1854. Christopher Arthur. Okay. They're more. Oh, okay. So there were two Christophers. In his youth, Christopher found great success as a gold miner. Not only did later on in his life, Christopher invested his fortune in the inventions of the industrial, securing the wealth of his family. Joseph Thomas was interested in machinery. Christopher Arthur became well known for his long and successful military career. He's a stern man who was very recognizable due to his large nose. Do you have a large nose? You do have a very large nose. Okay, so this Christopher is 1877. And then Joseph, well, that's just, was 1854. But he's not the only Joseph in this line. There's another one that was in 1880. All right. (1854, 1880, or 1889). All right, let's take a look here and see. Joseph had an interest in machinery at a very young age, studies in engineering. He later became an inventor, known for the fact that none of his inventions ever worked. Notable family members, there was William and Maggie. So after the death of his firstborn daughter, Margaret, Albert became a very pious man. He started following a particular set of religious practices. All right. Yeah, you're known for basically nothing ever working. Sounds fantastic to me. All right. See here, his children followed his religious practice, passed on for a few generations. Okay, so there are several Maggies. There are several Maggies. So there's like the notable one from. Okay. So, let's see here. There's two Percivals. Let's see here. Percival, who died in 1814. Basically, nothing is known about Percival, as much information about the early family members of this were lost in a fire. He's believed to have been born in the early 1700s. There are no records of anyone with that name before him. Okay, but is that this one? I'm gonna guess so. All right. So we're gonna say you. We're gonna come over here to Christopher. And all right, so there's five family members that we need. Okay, so there was Christopher, there was Joseph, there was William. And I get the feeling this is going to be the last one because she's kind of got to... Okay. Oh, right. So wait, there's a second lock? Really? These people are not very trusting. I think I heard it click. I did. We have the gold nugget. So now there was an auxiliary way out. Yeah, it was just right through here. And we did it! We have escaped with the golden, with like this gold nugget the size of somebody's head, which is fucking big. Oh man, we got caught.
Good morning, Mr. Clarkson. This is Alexander Wraithmore speaking. Last night's operation went as expected. The burglars broke into the mansion, got the gold nugget, and just as they were about to leave, they were caught by the police, just as planned. Yes, while the police were busy arresting the criminals, my inside man, within the police, swapped the gold nugget for the fake. So, now the real thing is on its way to you, Mr. Clarkson, and the fake is safely in the mansion. Of course, this whole thing would have been much simpler if I had found a group of burglars I could trust to handle the swap without leaving a trace. Oh, you don't need to feel sorry for the burglars. You see, one of my associates is already working on helping them break out, so I doubt they'll stay locked up for long. In any case, I believe this concludes our business, Mr. Clarkson. Don't hesitate to call me if you ever need my services again.
Right. So, okay. So we got boned, but he's not hanging us out to dry. So, I think if we come back here and we say, okay, let's go ahead and go to mini stories. That's the next one in the, all right, yep, there we go. So yeah, now we're on to mini stories where apparently we're starting out with the jailbreak out. So they are just like leading one, they are actually connecting everything. So Mr. Clarkson wanted that giant gold nugget for whatever reason. And We helped him get it but in such a fashion that it couldn't be linked back to him. Nobody knows that the gold nugget is actually missing now. All right. Well, let's start off with the jail breakout. Shit. Here we go again. Back in jail. It's amazing how many games you wind up in jail in. So, begin escape. All right.
Hey.
Yes?
Hey, can you see me?
Yes,
Yeah.
I can.
Outside the window. A mutual friend of ours asked me to help you. I managed to get the key to your cell. I think I will climb onto the roof so I can drop it through one of the ventilation shafts.
Okay. You do that, buddy. You're gonna drop it through a ventilation shaft? There's...
Okay, this looks good. But first, I think I need to get this thing open.
No, wrong.
I guess that works. I will drop a quick through first so we can see if it falls near you. Can you see it? Okay. I'll drop the key now. Close enough. I'm sure you'll find a way to get it. Good luck.
All right. Okay. Hey, close enough. Really, Dick? But, you know, whatever. All right. I feel like I should take a truncheon. I'm just saying, I feel like I should take a truncheon. All right. And I don't know what that... Oh, apparently they feel the need to let you know that, hey, you can open up all these drawers. Request from my relatives and I are planning to throw a surprise party for my father's birthday, so I need next Friday, 9th of October, off for some preparations. Approved. Mark Jackson. My eldest son's 12th birthday is coming up on the 16th of October. I would like to take the day off so I can take my wife and kids to the circus to celebrate. If needed, I am more than willing to work the following Sunday to compensate. Approved. Scott Hardy. So Scott Harding was taking his kids to Mark Jackson. Okay. That seems important. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Do you have nunchaku in your fucking drawer? That is not an approved watched weapon, sir. All right. Important. Due to a recent incident that resulted in the death of an officer, the following rules are henceforth in effect. 2 officers, at minimum, are required for any handling of a single prisoner. When prisoners are securely locked in their cells, 1 officer is enough to keep an eye on them. During transportation of prisoners, at least 4 officers are required to be present. Each new prisoner must be searched carefully for illegal dangerous materials. At the end of the day, an officer has to perform a quick search of the prisoners as well as checking the inside of their cells for contraband. Prisoners often try to hide possible weapons in places such as their shoes or socks inside their cells. Contraband is most commonly hidden under the beds, behind the radiator and toilets, or on top of the pipes and lamps. Each confiscated item must be reported formally with an R15 report. Informing your superior is also necessary. Increased use of force is allowed when dealing with prisoners who have a proven history of violence. There are new regulations concerning vacations. Due to some cases of the previous system being abused, from now on we have to store all requests for days off so that they can later be audited. In the case that you want to take some days off from work, write an official request and leave it at my desk for review. Captain Jackson. During my shift last night, I was organizing some files in the storage room. When I left, I heard some noises that sounded like someone falling onto the floor. When I tried to go back to check, I couldn't get the door open. It seems like the door was jammed or something, so you should probably get one of the maintenance guys to take a look at it to see if they can fix it. So could any of you get the maintenance guy to take a look at it and get it fixed, and so that he can fix it? Hans. All right. Dear Mark, as you might have noticed, the corner next to your table is now covered in paint. You might wonder what happened. Well, you see, one of the maintenance guys, Frank, I think, asked me to get rid of those old paint buckets from our storage as they were taking a lot of space. I decided that it would be best to temporarily store them in that corner. Unfortunately, I tripped while carrying one of them and spilled it. I was able to clean my desk and the interior of the safe, but the paint dried on the wall, floor, and top of the safe. And on top of the safe, dried before I could clean them. So, you should probably order some cleaning chemicals for the remaining parts. Anyway, since the safe dials are stained, I painted some small dots on them to make dialing the correct combination possible. I couldn't read the dials anymore, but the combination should be red towards the western station, white towards the church, yellow towards the fire station. Sincerely sorry, Hans. Okay. So, red towards our western station. I assume there's like a map. Yes. All right, West Station. Where are we? Okay, so I assume we're in the East Station? Or are we in the prison? All right, so I'm not sure which area we're in. All right, so that is something that's blocking the door. Ah, we are in the Claddon district. All right, so the fire department is to the south. If we put you down, fire department, okay. Let's take a look at this and see if we can figure it out. All right, west is towards our, red is towards our western station, which would be down this way. East is towards the church. So the fire department, yellow towards the fire department, so yellow is down. All right, so the white is towards the church. So yeah, we are definitely in the Claddon district. Oh, the church is to the northeast. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming we're in the north station then, so So, okay, so north, so it would be... That would be there. That would be that one. Yeah. What is this? Stack of punch cards. Okay. Hans, you should know by now that you should secure your locker with a standard issue padlock instead of whatever this abomination that you currently use is. Unless you want a formal citation, I recommend you take one of your extra padlocks from the storage and set it to your employee ID as instructed. Oh, okay. I see what we're dealing with here. All right, let's move you over. Bring you down. All right. Trying to think about how to do this. Okay, that's got that. If we say take you down here. All right. Okay. Okay. I think I've got it. I think I've got it. There we go. Yeah. Dear Mr. Sterling, I am afraid you do not currently qualify for a raise. Furthermore, you are currently in pay grade 2. You cannot get the salary you asked for anyway until you are promoted to rank of senior sergeant and thus raised to pay grade 3. Since the promotion requires at least 10 years of service, you're still quite far away from it. If you have any further questions regarding the topic, please check your officer's guidebook before contacting me again. Sincerely, Laura Ferdinand. Good nod. All right. So then these two will be their official numbers. A weird tool. All right. That seems important. Check around the toilet, around the vent. Aha, a shiv. Well, that's not very nice. Okay. Man, I could really use that frickin' flashlight we had in the last game, I tell you what. I could really use a flashlight right about now. But we have a weird tool. Oh. What if we take you? And we put you down here. Tied with a sturdy piece of rope. Well, I have a shiv. Right, and a broom fell across it. That was it. That was what they were needing maintenance for. All right. Okay, so that's got it coming. That's got power going through to the endpoint there. Oh, good God. This is just doing my head in. Okay, so right, so green needs both of them, red needs none of them, and blue needs one of them. Okay. So we say green needs both. Red needs none. And blue just needs one. Okay, so this red one should be sending power on through. And this one is sending power on through, so that's good. Blue needs one of them, which it's got power from this one. So this green one is going just fine. And this should be none. So this green one should be going just fine. Now, from here we've got red, which is none, going into this blue. So this blue needs to be 1, so we actually want this one turned on so that the red does not give any power. Therefore, the blue only has 1 going through, right? Except for then it goes to a red, which means we want the red to come through so that the blue is getting both. It's not going to do anything. It's not going to send any power. It's not going to send any power to the red, thereby getting that one there. So this one is okay. So we want on as, so this goes through to there and to there. So this is providing the power to this one, but also providing power to the green. So the green should be getting both. That should be good. You need to be on, you need to be off because you're a red, so now that should be going through to there. All right. Oh my dear gods, who the fuck wired this place? Like, is this the same guy that did my house? Because, fun fact about the electricity in my house, the original person who bought the house when it was built ran the electricity for it. He was not an electrician. He taught electrical engineering at the local university. So everything, the power makes sense. It's as far as electrical engineering and this is how you get power from point A to point B, it's just fine. As far as how it's supposed to be wired, that is a whole other fucking bag of fish. So, all right. So you come to here, which says so then you're sending power through to there. All right, so we need you on so that you don't send power, so that you don't receive power and start pushing power, and that's got that one done. Now this one comes to here, which comes to here, to here. Okay, so we want this one to be powered, so we want power coming from this one, which means we do not want power So no power, so this is pumping out power. Now this one comes from here to there to here. This one's got to be... Boom! There we go. We have power. Oh, my dear gods, that was a mess. And this is locked. I don't know the codes for their pneumatic tube system. But we can open this. So we now have power. Are those just bottles of fucking wine? All right. So that's going up to there. I don't know what we powered. Wait, no. I would like to inspect the side of this. Evidence container number 15. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what any of that does. Can I get some instructions on what I'm doing with that, please? So we have the employee data. So we need... Alright, so like Captain Jackson. So Jackson and Harding. Employee of the month is Junior Sergeant Hans Sterling. Saul Jackson is the captain. Okay. Can we jimmy it with the shiv, maybe? No? Name Hans Sterling. I need the next 3 days off so I can go and visit my father who is very sick. And it has not been approved. So I'm guessing this is the captain's desk. Because that one's got 3 kids. This one is very much... Dear Mark. So this is Mark's desk. That is Mark Jackson. This is Scott's desk, I'm pretty sure. And this has got to be the captain's desk. So the question is, how do we get the, how do we find out his, so we need the code for his thing. So, right, all vacation time. Hans is just kind of a screw up. All right, so Captain Jackson, what was his first name? His first name is Saul. I don't get how this works. Are there any kind of instructions on here? So we've got 7 by 6. All right. Let's take a hint on this. This device is some kind of, I probably need a manual and a stack of data sheets to do anything with it. Oh, there's another request form. Hans Sterling, I would appreciate it if I could get the next week off, as I have to go and enjoy the Edinburgh Harvesting Festival. Denied. So we definitely need to find a manual. So that's the captain's. And this is Harding's. That's the senior sergeant. All right. What is this? Each button seems to rotate to a number. Pressing the button on the when the indicator is not lined up seems to reset the machine. Maybe there's a way to press every button in a sequence without resetting the machine. Okay. So, for example, we could go here and then say do 2 more. Do 1. Do 2 more. Do 3. 3. 1. 1. Aha! A desk key. Saul Jackson. All right. So Saul Jackson, male, born in 1890, pale skin, married, police captain, 28 years, salary 2,800 marks per year. Okay. So this tells us some information as far as this goes. So, all right, if we say, let's take a look at his punch card here. So we say, all right. So this one has two, 0, 2, 0, 0. All right, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 6 by 6. Wait, does it have his number on here? Employee, yes, 10987. All right. 10 9 8 7. Punch card sorting machine. Okay, so we're looking for Harding, who is, okay, so he is, so A would be 1, A1, B is 2, C 3, D1, E3, because he is pay grade 3. Years, so G would be 4, and his age. So we're kind of having to guess his age. F, I'm gonna say 3, maybe 2. But we do know all right, so let's say A1, B2, C is 3, D1, E, we're gonna say 3, F3, and G4. Let's see here. We were kind of guessing that, Okay, so we're not sure if it's of F. We're not sure of F. All right. So the D4 employee data format is designed after Edinburgh's government standards, see chapters 8 and 9, data format. Okay. So E is, yeah, he is definitely a paid grade 3. Because we found out from this one, or no, this one. Pay grade 3, right. You're currently pay grade 2. You cannot get the salary you asked for anyway until you're promoted to the rank of senior sergeant and thus raised to pay grade 3. So, all right, he is pay grade 3. So E is 3. F, and then G might be a 5. I suppose it is possible that he is... So yeah, C would be 3. So, all right. So if we say Scott Harding, eldest boy is 12. And he does have his wife, so his wife is alive. So his eldest son is 12. So his eldest son is 12, so... I mean, it's possible that his age is actually... So his age could be, I mean... No, he would have to be at least... He would have... Actually, his age might be 4. Can I get a little bit of help? Oh, this one is just, yeah, this one is definitely doing my head in. All right. I have no idea what... Yeah. I am struggling with this one. Oh my god. All right, let's see if we can't find so right, 16th of October. All right. Yeah, I am just... Oh. This is frustrating me like nobody's business. All right. All right. I mean, he's at least 30. He has a wife, married, and at least 30 years old. Okay. So he's at least 30, so that would be a 3. All right. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. D would be a 1. E would be at least a 3, so a 3, 3, and at least a 4. So 3, 3, 4. Oh, was I just not hitting Scott Harding? Okay, so his is 11562. 11562. All right. Okay. Why can't I hear anything anymore? Yeah, I can't hear anything anymore. That is weird. Okay. What is going on? Okay, for some reason my headphones just like stopped working. I mean, obviously everything is going through to you guys just fine. That's great. Did my headphones just basically die? Let me try switching them here. Nope, still can't hear anything. That is weird. Like, yeah, I can't hear anything at this point. That is freaking bizarre as hell. Okay. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. All right. Well, okay, so we can at least see this. Yes, I did indeed change the combination to the electric gate lock. Yeah, that's what I was kind of thinking too. Let me try. No, still not hearing anything. So it's not the extension lead. Let me try something here. The only thing I can think of is that there's something. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But at least you guys can hear everything. So that's good. But yes, I did indeed change the lock, change the combination to the electric gate lock. You would know that already if you had come to Friday's briefing. Regardless, here it is. Okay, so yellow dashes. Red should be... Okay, so... So we need an orange dash up there. So that one is kind of like that. Ah, okay. So see there, that one's yellow. That one's green. This one should actually be... like that, maybe? So white, yes. Blue. You need to actually be red. Yes. Okay, so we've got it around it there. That looks like it should be it. Yes, it is. Okay. Oh, okay. So now we're down here. All right. So I think this is going to be where we end for tonight. I need to figure out what the hell's going on with my headphones and stuff like that. And yeah, we will figure that shit out. Hopefully get that all taken care of and sorted out tomorrow or tonight, or yeah. But anyway, so as always, there we go. As always, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked the video, don't forget to hit the like button. If you're new here, don't forget to prod that subscribe button. Don't forget the top link in the description down below will take you to our fourth wall page, where we have all kinds of merch like our Outer Worlds 2 inspired t-shirts, our South Park inspired mugs, and much, much more. If you want to be kept up to date of when we go live, you can ring the bell, but also check out the social media links down below, because YouTube isn't always great about notifying you guys of when I go live. That's things like our Facebook page, Twitter account, Tumblr account, Blue Sky account, and the permanent invite for the Discord server, where I make sure to notify you guys of when we go live. For example, tomorrow at midnight, we'll be back with more Escape Memoirs, and then Monday, we'll be back with more Dave the Diver at 8. All that so that you can stay tuned for more from Ollamh Productions. Cheerio!